the Rock Creek Pack Station Spring Horse Drive. 4 days in the saddle.
Yes, definitely having fun already.
Driving a herd of horses and mules 100 miles. Through scorching desert heat. Choking clouds of dust. Along historic trails that'll end up high in California's spectacular Sierra Nevada mountains.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Are you psyched up?
Yes.
This adventure begins where it ends, at the Rock Creek Pack Station, about 30 miles northwest of Bishop, California. Their group includes many who've been here before.
It's a ball.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a really unique experience.
Yeah, there's nothing else like it.
We drop off our cars, hop in a van, and head down the mountain to our first night's camp far below, at the pasture where the horses we'll drive have spent the winter.
The solar rays come off the West Coast Ocean and relay on the White Mountains here.
Really?
Yeah, it's super spectacular. It's something I just learned the other day.
No, you can't.
It's a beautiful June evening for an outdoor dinner in the scenic Owens Valley. But we are warned, tomorrow will be tough.
It's supposed to be around 108 in shape, and there's no shape. Could be the most miserable afternoon of your life.
It's fun.
But that doesn't faze Linda Wilson.
Fun. It's like therapy. You're out here in the wilderness.
She's been coming on this ride for 32 years.
When I go home, I have 6 kids and a husband, and this is the only thing I do that I get away from it all and enjoy the outdoors by myself. I don't have to do anything for anyone but myself. So that's therapy to me.
Thanks.
Next morning, the cool of the dawn and anticipation and excitement are in the air as we saddle up.
A little nervous.
But this pleasant temperature won't last long.
Oh, it's challenging out here, especially in the 106-degree heat.
But here you are again.
Yeah, that's because she's here again.
So you psyched?
Yes, I am.
This trek has become an annual tradition for Wendy, daughter Eddie, and their friends Isla and Jazz, who they met on the ride a year ago. Well, you must like it, huh?
Yes, very much. Being out here in nature, being with these beautiful animals, and then we've met wonderful people.
Most people would probably think you're crazy.
This fascinating and hardy group of adventurers includes hairstylists, nurses, attorneys, a federal judge, a park ranger, and others who choose to spend their vacation horseback in the desert heat.
There's a saying that if I had to explain, you wouldn't understand.
Well, yeah, that's right.
I just leave it at that.
If you make the first day and you're still alive, you usually make it after that.
Ivana Krohn leads the way, one of about half a dozen wranglers along for the ride.
I think it's going really well. Thanks to you guys. Everyone's doing a great job.
Another half dozen crew members move and set up camp while we're on the trail. All we have to do is sit back and enjoy the ride and the view, which is spectacular.
Oh, it's just so expansively beautiful in person. The mountainside, the grasses, every little detail of being here is just absolutely stunning. It's just kind of hard to capture it because it's just constantly changing.
Linda Kessler has perhaps the most unusual career on this ride. She's a Hollywood stunt woman.
Falls fight, horse stuff, fires, cars, motorcycles.
She stays very busy working in big budget pictures.
The number one thing you do in our business in general is know how to fall and fall safely.
It's a skill you don't want to use horseback riding. Well, job one is keeping the horse between you and the ground.
Hi, are you helping?
A close second, drinking plenty of water. 2 pack mules carry that precious liquid, more valuable than gold here in the desert.
Our savior, the water mule.
Where the temperature soon tops 100. We take regular breaks to make sure everybody gets tanked up.
You haven't had fun until you've been riding a horse for about, 8 hours in 110 degrees out in the Owens Valley Desert. Well, we are having a good time, thanks to plenty of water.
You're tired.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, surprisingly good, considering it's as hot as it is and the day's long. But it's a lot of work, but it's a lot more fun.
We're back on the dusty trail, a trail of dust that's like talcum powder. The hooves of the horses send up thick clouds of the stuff, and the animals disappear into the gritty fog. Much of our journey follows the old rail bed of the Slim Princess, the nickname of the old Southern Pacific narrow gauge railroad that once ran here. Built in the 1800s, the trains quit running in 1960 and the tracks were pulled up. But along with the roadbed, other remnants remain, like an old abandoned depot.
Narrow gauge went from the Owens Lake all the way up towards Bode.
As we ride this 19th century trail, we come across the 21st century, the Owens Valley Observatory, owned by Caltech, the California Institute of Technology. Known as the Owens Valley Ears, I'm told the dishes are indeed ears, listening to radio waves, the sun, and deep into space.
It's day 2. We've been in the saddle for 3-4 hours. Another hot, dusty day, not as hot, but nothing's better than stopping for some water. This stuff's worth gold out here.
I used to think everybody on the horse drive had such white teeth, but it's just their faces so dirty.
It's all worth the price of admission.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, lucky to be here.
The Sierra Nevada to the west, the White Mountains to the east, and the Owens Valley. All a beautiful sight. For the lucky few that get to enjoy the view horseback. However, I will admit that night's camp was a welcome sight, where we'd get a shower, dinner, and a good night's sleep.
How far are we going today?
Long way. All the way. Just north of Bishop.
Next morning, we're back in the saddle and back in the dust, and enjoying the trail with new friends, which include the young Wranglers, living the dream.
I went out to Jackson Hole. I was at Jackson Hole last summer and Grand Canyon this winter, and now I'm here.
Like Wyoming cowboy Cole Carey.
Yeah, I just move around, sleep in my truck in between. A lot of us do that. It's a good life.
I love this outfit. I've never worked for another.
Anna's ridden for Rock Creek for 10 years.
It's a family. Just Craig, you know, he runs a family business and he's not some distant boss that you never see. He's there for everything and you can talk to him about anything. And he really values us, I feel like.
Craig London owns Rock Creek. A family emergency kept him from joining this year's horse drive, but his crew is happy to be here, like longtime wrangler Mark Midget.
All this open space, that's the biggest thing. You can pick any direction you want and go there, and you're not trespassing.
The West is still alive out here, huh?
Yep, it is.
Known by the Paiute Indians as the place of flowing water, the Owens Valley was once irrigated and productive agricultural land until the city of Los Angeles bought up most of it and took most of the water.
In the desert and all of a sudden in a creek.
I know, that's how it is. That's how it goes out here.
There's different opinions about that history, but what visitors find today in this ruggedly beautiful part of California is the wide open American West. And because it's largely undeveloped, its history, like the remnants of the Slim Princess, can still be plainly seen. This ride is a mix of both the old and new American West, like busy Highway 395. The California Highway Patrol stops traffic to escort us across, and we're soon back in the desert.
All right, watch out!
Watch the guys, it's Sandy.
It's not pristine wilderness, but we are horseback in the West. You just got to edit out the man-made stuff and enjoy the ride.
It just is fun. It's just fun to be with all the people and to move the horses. It's very enjoyable.
I can still do this, and not probably too many 75-year-olds could.
You like Howdy?
I love Howdy. He's a good animal. He knows exactly what to do. I didn't want a challenge, and now I don't have one.
A lot of work. It's hard. It's not a pony ride. Let me put it that way. You're better off if you have some experience with horses and have no fear of them or of loose horses, and you have some confidence, I guess is what it is.
Fiddle and Pete and his buddies will be entertaining us at our campground that night where we'll find hot showers, hors d'oeuvres, and another spectacular dinner.
Barbecue chicken, corn on the cob, we got broccoli salad, and Hawaiian rolls.
We're having a good time. The worst of the heat is behind us, and tomorrow we head for the high country.
Right up there is Rock Creek.
So we go up the hill, take a left, and we're home.
Oh yeah, that's an easy way of putting it.
Back in the day, when you needed to get from the Owens Valley to the mountains, this was the road. And your horse was your ride, unless you took a wagon.
These are the wagon ruts, huh?
Yeah, these are.
Just imagine what a tough pull that must have been.
This is the primary road between the upper elevations and the valley. This is how you got up to Sherwin Summit.
Beautiful. And it changes, I bet. All through the day, the light hits it different, and so it would look differently.
It is spectacular and changes with every step we climb. As the day wears on, we're out of the valley and into the mountains and the pine trees. Lots of people wonder how the pioneers did it, but after a few days horseback, you start to figure it out. Your body gets accustomed to the rhythm of the saddle, sleeping on the ground, and the daily routine of life on the trail.
It takes a few days to get into the groove, you know, get in the rhythm of what you're doing, and then now I could go for days.
Yeah, and now we're going into cool weather. I could do cool weather for a few more days, that's for sure.
Our 4-day adventure is flying by, at least most of the time.
At moments, it didn't seem like it was ever going to end, but it was the hottest time that they've ever done this, and I'm just so proud that I made it as much as I did. It's awesome.
The Switchback Trail takes us higher and higher.
Gorgeous. There's just so much to see.
We'll spend the night at a ranch called Sky Meadow.
We're in a different world. We've come to the promised land, people.
The promised land is a little breezy that night, but calms down by morning, where we get ready for one last memorable ride.
Pretty awesome.
On Wheeler Crest Trail.
Nice office you guys got.
Not bad.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Nice place for lunch, huh?
Yes, it's gorgeous.
We'll take a break for lunch in a beautiful mountain meadow. Then we're back on the trail for the home stretch. To the pack station, the end where we began. It's been a tough ride, a beautiful ride, and an unforgettable ride in this unique part of the American West. Many of my new friends are already planning to ride back down the mountain this coming fall, and the horses are driven back to their winter pasture.